Hello guys, welcome back to Tiger's Dollhouse. The script is almost done, so there's gonna be a lot of big things coming soon. So stay tuned. So today we're gonna be making some doll jeans. I did make some back then, but they were kind of like more baggy jeans. And I really didn't like the way they looked too much. So I'm gonna make a new improve. And I'll leave my measurements in the description and I'll have it somewhere on the screen. So this is for the back of the pocket. Now I'm going to make one more like this for the inside of the pocket. And this time I'm going to make a mark where I can cut. So this can go inside the pocket. These are how the back pants look, and I have the waistline cut off for just some extra details. And for the waist, I'm going to put these together, measure them. I prefer using a ruler. I just couldn't find mine, so I'm just going to straighten these lines out. Then I'm going to trace that to some more cardboard. Now we're doing the back pocket, which is a super easy pattern to make. Now we're going to trace it onto fabric. For the inside pocket, I'm using a white thin cotton material. Cut that out. Now we're going to flip it. Then we're going to iron it flat. Then we're going to sew a seam to the curve just to add some details. Now I'm adding this piece of fabric to the back of the pocket. Now it's time for the back of the jeans. And then we're going to hem the bottom. Now because I wanted to close off from the back, I'm using this piece of fabric that I just sewed a straight line. I'm going to cut the ends off. Then I'm going to flip it. Using the scissors to get to the corners. Then I'm going to iron it flat. Then I'm going to sew that to the back. And here's what we got. Now we can start on the waistband. So for extra details, I sewed the waist from the top and the bottom. Now I'm going to cut the back so it won't be all bulky. So this time I have folded the half of one side of the pants so it can have a little more detail. So you can see. So I want to close it off on the inside first, and this is the end point from the top because I don't want to sew it all the way to the top. Here's how it looks. As you can see, it still has an opening, and I'm just gonna sew that, just a straight line. Now we're gonna get to the back pockets. I'm just cutting tabs on all four sides. So we're only gonna iron the sides. Then we're gonna add that to a piece of fabric. I would show you on my jeans, but it's kind of hard to do it with the camera on, so I'm just gonna show you on this fabric instead. So you don't want to sew all the way through. You're just gonna cut that so it won't be so bulky. Then you're just gonna stuff that part in. I'm just trimming everything down. Then you can just go back and sew it. You could always glue it, but just for the details, if you want that, it's probably best to sew it. And here's how it looks. And as you can see, it's a real working pocket. It's not that pretty, but this is just a practice. And here's how it looks when I add it to my real jeans. Now I'm just going to close it off, but I'm sewing it halfway through the top. I don't want to sew it all the way to the top. I want to leave an opening where the top is, because we're going to have a button so it can close. And I'm going to close off the rest. And I added a zigzag stitch so it wouldn't unfray. Flip it inside out. And just like that, we're already done. As you can see, I have added a button to the back, just so it can lay nicer around the waist. Now it is a bit tight. I should have made it bigger. I think we are missing something here. Belt loops. Take a long piece of fabric and iron it flat. Then I'm just gonna sew it. Then I'm just going to fold it again and iron it flat. And then I'm going to cut the seam allowance again. Now you have your belt loops. Now I'm just going to add that to the jeans. You could glue it or sew it. I'm just going to sew it by hand. Now usually I would want to make you look distressed, but for now I think I'm just going to leave it like this. As you can see, the back pockets are real. You can put stuff in there, and it's pretty strong. And the front pockets are real as well. So here's how it looks. As you can see, we add a lot of details to it. Now I am thinking about starting an Etsy shop, and I want to put this in my shop. So if you guys want to buy this, let me know down in the comments. Would you want to see something like this? And of course, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, and I will see you guys later. Bye!